First step is to find a great acting program. I don't know about you, but when I started off, I was horrible. I thought I was great, and so did my parents, but I looked at the recordings and the acting, and quite frankly, it's embarrassing. As time went on, I kept learning more and more about what I needed to do, and as I got better, I realized how bad I was to begin with. If you stay in a smaller city or in a city that doesn't do a lot of film, then it may be harder to find programs that teach television acting. There are a lot of programs that teach stage acting, but film acting is so different. You may want to do both. An article has been attached to help you figure out the difference, but in the end, you just have to try them out to decide. My experience is mostly with film, so that is what this course is geared around. So, I started off taking classes through my first talent agency, Diabru Modeling and Talent. Diabru is a mother agency, which means that it's basically both an agency and a school, and the difference between an agency and a mother agency will be covered later. Anyway, because we were in Columbia, South Carolina, Diabru was my first acting school and agency. This is where I took my classes in runway, commercial acting, film acting. Diabru told me and got me into my first unpaid gig to be in a stage play and an unpaid gig to be in a commercial. Diabru also organized my first experience being an extra for a film. I was only 9. I remember all the other kids begging to go home, and despite the fact I was 9, I was begging my parents if I could have a Red Bull at night so that I could stay up and, keep working. Diabru also put together some expos, and she also organized trips to LA and New York to meet with managers and agents and have organized photo shoots. The school basically put me on the acting road and pointed me in the right direction. Whatever my mom didn't know, she asked them. You should find your go-to resource. Smaller towns may have mother agencies and larger cities will have great acting schools. But since each town is different, your first assignment is to find out what programs you have near you. The more resources, the better. Do what you can do. The idea is to find people in your area that you can begin networking with. Now, here's my mom who will begin the process of pointing you in the right direction.
So what should you be looking for in an acting company? Well, obviously people who can teach acting. You won't get an acting job if you can't act, so this is a foundation for everything. But there is much more than the obvious that you should be looking for. Finding a company that fits your acting style is up to you. What I can help you with is looking for a school that can help support your acting as a career. Some acting companies teach stunts, singing, dancing, improv, commercials, stand-up comedy, and more. Take time to think about what talents you can refine that could help you get work. Would you sing? Would you dance? Do stand-up comedy? Are you interested in stunt work? Find a school that has as many options as possible that you are interested in. And find out if the school has advanced classes. This means actors are sticking around. It also means there may be actors you can network with. Whether these actors are successful or not, if they're trying, they've gained a lot of knowledge about acting opportunities and people to meet in your area. Some acting coaches can also be well connected. One summer, Desiree and I stayed with my mom in LA and she took acting lessons. Her coach there helped her find representation just for the summer. I've researched acting companies and noticed many of them help provide students with video auditioning. So find out how resourceful the acting company, coaches, and students can be in helping support your efforts. Here are some questions to ask. What should I look for in an acting company? Does it feel like an acting company or an acting community? Try to find a place that feels like a support system, a go-to. Can the acting company help you connect with a reputable photographer for headshots and or modeling portfolio? Getting a good referral is always important, especially when it comes to photographers because they're so expensive. You want to make sure that you are going to be hiring somebody who can get the job done right. Does the program do both film, TV, and theater styles of acting? These are both totally different styles. There's an article that will be part of your assignment when this course section is finished so that you can look at the difference between the two and decide which one might be best for you. Does the school offer services to help you film video auditions? Video auditions are becoming much bigger in the film community, and so you're going to want help to get those done. It's a two-person type of a job. Can the company help you create a reel? We'll talk more about reels later. Can you do both classes and one-on-one coaching services? When you're doing auditions, you're going to want to have somebody who's working with you just on that one particular piece one-on-one. So it's great to have the option to be able to hire somebody to help you coach just that one particular piece and possibly even help you film the reel film the audition when you are done. Is somebody reputable attached to the company as either an instructor or an alum, or does the school have favorable reviews? So that's basically just making sure that the school is reputable. What other special services do they provide that you may be interested in attending? Do they do workshops, and who conducts those workshops? Does the company have any connections to agents or managers in the area, and do they give referrals? Because as I'll tell you later, many agents and managers will only see you if they get a referral, so it's helpful if your acting company is able to give referrals. Do they offer any services that will help get you seen by these managers and agents, such as a showcase? Do they film scenes which can help you create a reel? Does the program organize trips to LA or New York where you can do some networking? Desiree already told you about drinking Red Bulls to stay awake as an extra. We found out about that job of her being an extra through her acting company. That same program put together a showcase where she performed in front of agents and managers, and although she wasn't good enough to get an agent or a manager at the time that we did that, as a parent it was still helpful for me because I was able to see how motivated she was, and I was also able to see that she did have potential. But if you find a school that has no bells and whistles, it's a school that is only able to do a great job teaching you how to act, well, that's fine. Only you know what's going to be available in your own area, and there are other ways that you can get around that, and I'm about to show you a few of those ways right now. So should you have trouble finding a great school, or you just want to expand on your learning, here is one great option. I want you to notice how this particular program has summer camps and online workshops. So here it talks about camps for teens, here it talks about camps for kids, but it talks about all of these online workshops that you can take as well. So that's going to be helpful no matter where you are in the world. And of course, if you live in one of the areas where they have a program or a school, then you would be able to take some of these other programs and short-term workshops as well. So how can I train myself on a limited budget? Our family has had financially good and bad times, so there's been times that we've had to find alternative ways to train Desiree. Also, you may be in an area where there are very limited resources. We ran into that problem as well, so we had to get around that obstacle as well. So here are some of the things that you could do. Go to the library and get some books on acting. These are great for understanding the different acting theories that are out there, and you could also borrow books from other acting students, school, or coaches. Here are some books that I liked. They were books that were recommended by one of Desiree's acting coaches, and so I got them, I read them. I actually ordered these off of Amazon. I liked them so much. But anyway, I'm sure there's a lot of other wonderful books out there, but these are just a few that I ran across that I like. YouTube is a great vehicle for finding some free training online. So we already talked a little bit about the New York Film Academy. Here are some different things that you could search: acting coach Larry Moss, Uta Hagen's acting class, and Michael Caine's acting in film. Uta Hagen has about two-hour classes online that are free. Michael Caine has a 1-hour class online. Larry Moss has a basically a little tutorial interview that's about an hour long as well. So each of them are under this particular title, so you can go ahead and just type these into YouTube and get some really great information. And once you put these in, you're going to start seeing on the side probably several other different types of online classes and acting YouTube videos that you can start browsing. So that would be a nice starting point for you. And let me show you a little bit about this master class. So this is the master class. I've not taken the master classes. I am not a paid advertiser for them. I'm not affiliated with them, but I just think this is a really cool offering because here is Samuel Jackson, and I noticed classes by Steven Spielberg and by Shonda Rhimes, and I've just seen very, very well known, prestigious people in the entertainment industry, all of them doing lessons on this masterclass series. Now, there is a 7-day free access pass, so that's just with your free 7-day trial. After that, the classes are $90 for a class. It's an option, so it's something to think about, and I thought it was worth pointing out. So check out the website and see what you think. Meetup groups is one free way that you can meet other people in the industry. Of course, join and participate at your own discretion. Each group is different, so I can't vouch for the safety and the integrity of them all. This is the Duet Crazy group. I went to meetup.com and this page came up as public access. And I want to point out just a few features of a meetup group. One, this one says that there's 701 members, but remember, this is a public group. Anybody can join. Therefore, you do have to use discretion when you decide what group to join and when you attend. Down here, you've got the meetups that they've done. This will tell you about all 701 members. You can click around and find out what their skill level is, what they do, some photos they've done, discussions they're having online. And if you're interested, you can click join this group. Then this is their next meetup. If you read what they're about to do, you can click attend, and then you can go down here and click on the people who say they're attending to find out who does what. When you go, you could find out what project they're working on, or you can join somebody on whatever project they may be working on, or perhaps you go there with your own project in mind and you recruit people in order to help you out. So it's just a nice way to network with others who have your same interest. Again, though, it's a public group, so if you do so, you do so at your own discretion, but it's worth mentioning. Here's a picture of Desiree, my son Desmond, and I in our meetup group as we filmed for the 48-hour film competition. I'll tell you more about that competition, but the meetup group is how the opportunity was organized. Your optional assignment is attached. Browse schools, meetup groups, library books, and online classes and see what you can find. Happy searching!